If you want to remain healthy and live long, then it's absolute that our planet stays healthy. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing stays the same forever. All beings age and eventually die. You and I, our Earth, the Sun, ultimately our universe too. Can we prevent the process of decay and death? I don't think so. But what does exist in our realm of possibility is to slow down this process of decay and death. Not eternity, but a prolonged life. I don't know how far we can succeed in prolonging the life of our stars, but certainly can slow down the aging process of ourselves and maybe of our precious Earth. A mere intention for longevity is not going to help. We need to act intelligently. If you want to remain healthy and live long, then it's absolute that our planet stays healthy. The forests will not last forever. Oxygen supply will not remain the same forever. So is the case with every other resource. Mother Earth is not eternal either. With proper care, there is a good chance we keep the supply going for a long time. Our collective, inclusive action is the key to sustainable health and longevity of both ourselves and all other life forms on Earth. If you do not separate your longevity from that of other life forms, our lives are intertwined and interconnected. Their well-being is your well-being. If rightly understood, the realization of interconnection and inseparability, it will be a great source of power. It will be great power and strength. If you're a movie buff, you should be familiar with the saying, with great power comes great responsibility. And it is true. You become a true leader with the spirit to make a difference. On the contrary, if you felt helpless or afraid because you feel so dependent on the rest for your own well-being, contemplate a little longer on the truth of oneness until you feel that power and responsibility in your heart. And responsible action can only be inclusive. How, where, and when do you begin your exercise for longevity? You begin at home. You begin right now by practicing sustainability. This week, let's bring attention to the flora and fauna of the different regions of our world. Spend a moment contemplating the living forms that survive the pitch dark and the pressures of up to 15,750 psi in the very deep Mariana Trench of the Pacific. This is more than 1,071 times the standard atmospheric pressure at sea level. Reflect on the tundra vegetation that survive the thin air of high altitudes. Be surprised by the flight of bar-headed geese that effortlessly soar over mighty Himalayan ranges. If you contemplated enough on the subtle sophistication and adaptive capacities of our fellow creatures that inhabit this earth, you would be lost in admiration. This admiration will eventually turn into love or even worship for them. That's the magical world we live in. Let's pay tribute to the billions of bugs, birds, mammals, reptiles, plants, and trees that lived once, now buried deep under the sea, transformed into fossil fuels. they supported life while alive, and they continue to sustain life even dead. Our dear grandmother Earth, through all those eventful years, appears to have set in motion its own culture. Support and sustain life to the best you can. It wouldn't be an unwise decision to choose the very wise grandmother Earth as your role model. If only you can and I can reflect this culture in all our actions, we will have saved our planet. It probably makes one more comfortable to hold on to the ignorant view. It's but human genius that figured a way to extract the fossil fuels, set up complex refineries to process those fuels, invented giant vessels to transport this fuel, discovered the combustion engines for daily commuting, etc. Why do we have to give credit to those decomposed creatures? We should know by now that our giant factory is only a short chain in this whole process. Primary manufacturing happens inside the womb of Mother Earth. It's those decomposed creatures that make your everyday living so seamless. Where do you get all the heat and mechanical energy required to make you a cup of coffee, or to commute to office, or for your communication and entertainment? What's the source of fuel you find at the gasoline station, or the electricity that flows from the state grid? It's manufactured in the womb of Mother Earth. Starting this week, let's practice home sustainability in the form of minimizing the usage of fossil fuels. Let's give a chance for the Earth to replenish herself before we exhaust all her resources. Make a log of your daily fossil fuel consumption, from cooking, commuting, using your fancy lawn mowers to keep your gardens manicured. Contemplate, discuss with your social media buddies, browse the net, figure out ways to reduce fuel consumption. There are tons of simple, convenient alternatives: carpooling, using the metro, public transport, bikes for short distance commuting like the Dutch do, efficient cooking methods, etc. Where there is a will, there is a way. We are not rehearsing a crisis management situation right now. We are collectively and consciously making a choice for the sustainability of our planet. We are attempting to learn new ways of sustainable living. It may appear hard to begin with, but if you remember the greater good your decisions serve, you will find this shift rather easy and comfortable. Please remember, we are all connected. You cannot separate your well-being from that of Mother Earth's. Wish you all the very best in your endeavor to make a difference. Document your progress, post it in your groups so you may inspire more of your kind. Start practicing sustainability at home and be a One Earth citizen.